This one's for the Magic fans who love their team like we do. Hey, just come and kick it right quick, get some Magic content, and we do it just for the people. It's another Magic minute. 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 Just in case you might forget it. Like I said, it's for the fans who scream go Magic. No matter where you are, at home, in the car, whether you're near or far. One more time, I'ma tell you who we are. It's another Magic minute. 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 Just in case you might forget it. Now let's get down to the basics. Face it, we the true fans that hate to see when they face us. What's good, y'all? It's your boy J Curve back in the building with
another Magic Minute
podcast.
We are Magic fans, favorite Magic fans.
That's right, and at this podcast we have, here at this podcast we have it. We set it up like a game. We have 4 quarters,
4 topics,
4 opinions
for the fans.
That's right. So we're gonna kick it off. We're gonna get into the right into the first quarter. We're gonna see what we're talking about in the first quarter. First topic we got for our first quarter is gonna be the rebrand. And we do 10-minute quarters. So whatever shots we get up in these 10 minutes, that's what we got. So let's get it going, fellas.
Sir.
So we're gonna talk about the rebrand.
Tip off.
Here we go. So first topic, we talking about the rebrand. How does everybody feel about the rebrand? I see you wearing the new logo on your shirt. We got the new jerseys, new logo.
The Magic got to do something for big guys, man, because they don't. Besides the rebranding,
Really?
include larger sizes, man. And, not everybody's got an ass size or or curve or a Mexico.
Like
Us
the
big
big and tall
guys
section in
need
the
some.
authentic store, man.
Yeah. Shoot. As far as the Magic thing, like, it took me about an hour to be like, okay, I actually like it. Little inside info too is a lot of people who are just either new fans or they just know the Magic from like Shaq days and stuff, and they're like, oh, that old logo, I love the cartooniness of it all. Why can't we go back to that? Well, legally, Mitchell & Ness owns a lot of retro logos, so from a legal standpoint, they can't just go back to that. So that's why they had to do something inspired from it, but give it our own like updated flair to it. And that's why once you know the history of it, it's kind of like, okay, I get it, and I like it, and I love it.
Yeah, I piggyback off that. It took me a minute in the beginning. I'm so used to the old Magic. Like, my era of Magic was like the T-Mac logo with the M-Star GIC logo. So, like, that was more so what I was comfortable seeing. But then they switched it and took the tail away from the basketball. The tail that used to float behind the basket. It's kind of like a tadpole, I say that. But it had the stars with it. So, they took that away and kind of shrunk the tail on the basketball. That threw me off at first. Without the tail, I don't know if we have, power still. But, I'm
But it's
getting,
like that now.
I'm getting more accustomed to it. I like it now. It looks more modernized with the times.
The symmetry of it's off though. I think that's what's bothering a lot of people is that Orlando's not directly, but I noticed that they have the O at the top and the O on the side though. So
okay.
Right.
And now the one thing I noticed is, I don't know if this is a thing or not, but they called that one specifically the global logo. Mm-hmm. And if you notice, Minnesota Timberwolves has their logo similarly like when they did their rebrand, and the Los Angeles Clippers did their rebrand, and that's also with the similar black, almost vinyl looking, outline on that. So I don't know if that's intentional. I don't know if they had to go with that type of style to be cohesive on a global stage. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what was in their control. But
my initial take was that it was close to the Osceola Magic's logo last season. So, like, it got really close to it. I know you don't think so, but we went through the whole thing about it. We talked about that. We got this whole thing going on. But, like, it's like the logo last season that the Osceola Magic used looks more so like this one, in my opinion. And then this season, I don't really know what they're doing this season.
It's a whole circle logo thing for the whole league. A minimalistic type thing. I don't know what the deal is with that.
The Osceola team's logo.
Man, as a new fan, I tell you, I like it. I mean,
it looks nice.
I didn't have...
You weren't married to anything anyway.
I wasn't. So for me, I think it's clean.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's modern. I think, with the shift of where the team is going and what they're trying to do, I think shedding off the past and starting new and fresh with a good, I think it fits.
It's a new brand.
Oh, controversial hit. So the one thing that everybody you either love it or hate it is the the jersey where it's is it blue on the white and then black on the bottom, black pinstripe.
Yeah,
on
like
the
that,
bottom?
like the throwbacks from
Yeah.
the warm-ups. The warm-ups.
It looked like the
from
warm-up ones
Yeah.
they made into jersey.
toughest jerseys they ever.
So
made.
That one had
what
to
do you
grow on
think?
me.
That had to grow on you.
That had to
so
grow
you didn't
on
like it at first.
My favorite one was the white with the pinstripe.
Everybody-
That one's
Blue
so-
one is
nobody
probably
doesn't
number 3
like
for
that
me.
one.
Yeah.
Blue one is probably number 3 for me. Number 2, I'll give it the split. But it reminded me of those practice jerseys that we had in 2016. The practice
Oh,
with the
one that said
bar.
ORL?
Yeah, I was just like,
Yeah.
I don't really like that. It's too simplistic. But it grew on me. It took me a couple days. That's why I didn't tell anybody about how I felt about it yet. But it was okay. I like
I
it.
like the split.
Yeah, I
my
do. I like
number
it
one.
now.
That's my number one.
But that white one, I mean, that
I think
pinstripe.
kind of like it goes. If you were a diehard Magic fan, you felt some kind of way about it.
Mhm.
If you were new or casual, just coming into it, then and you didn't know what was in the past.
Yeah, the
and you
history.
came in and liked it.
Mhm.
You just came in just like,
Right,
oh,
right,
I
right.
like it. Why
Like,
not?
the design is cool.
Yeah.
If you've seen where we came from, if it reminds you of anything from the past, then it's like frightening to see what it is.
Yeah.
But you know, the way they did it is honoring the past. It's bringing it to the future.
I wanted to say that, you know, by them bringing back the classic looking jerseys, you're going to get a lot more fans involved, or just people that were hiding or whatever. Like, they're like, man, those jerseys are tough. I got to get those. And you're going to
Yeah.
start seeing a lot of those more in like pop culture, hip hop videos, just because of how tough it is.
Mhm.
People, when they come to Orlando, they're gonna want to go buy a
Style
Magic
design.
jersey just because of how tough it looks. They might not even be a Magic fan.
I mean-
Stylistically, it pulls off.
Yeah, just
I got you.
from the culture aspect of
I
it.
got you.
And the simplified shooting star, like if you look at the drafts or anything, if you watch ESPN, whenever they talk about the Magic now, they put that logo on the bottom. They
It
put
looks
that
good.
logo on there.
It looks good.
Oh
It
man,
looks
that
good
blue
on TV.
top, so
It looks
so
good.
good.
And they augmented the blue a little bit, so it looks a little.
Yeah, it pops
a little bit better. Yeah,
But
in
with the
arena.
shooting star, behind us, that shooting star,
Yeah.
there's a lot going on. So whenever they put that on screen, it always kind of like
Blends
hit.
in with
Yeah,
the-
it got muted. So this
I
just
got you.
bam sticks out. So
It
the
pops.
one I don't like is, and they don't even show it much, is the shooting star. Like it looks like an outline of the star with the ball in. So it kind of looks like a star
Oh, the
shooting
slanted
up that
one?
way. Yeah,
That one's tough.
I don't like that. It's just too basic. It's like, and I get it now. When I looked at it the other day, I was like, oh, I got it. They put the Magic Star, the new Magic Star. We don't have anything with the new Magic Star.
The
on
towel over here.
it. Yeah, so it's that star with the ball in it.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we can show. If we have anything to show, but
You throw the pinstripes behind that. That joint look tough now.
Man.
You're talking about this one right over here.
Yo.
that one. Yeah, so it's not my favorite one of them all because I just don't know what you want to do with it. Especially everybody's using that one for everything. So
I think it's gonna go on like the shorts and stuff like that.
okay.
Why don't we ask them? Hey, drop your comments. Let us know
Hey,
of
what's
the new
y'all's
design.
favorite jersey?
Exactly.
favorite
jersey,
logo.
Least favorite.
Least
Yeah.
favorite? Yeah. tell
Orange.
us.
F
And
Mary Kill.
The
You
floor.
know?
The floor. How did y'all feel about the court?
Beautiful.
Oh my god, I love it.
Best
Love it.
court in the NBA.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll argue it all day.
I'll say
So
that
real
too.
quick, since we're talking about new, let's take it back for a second. What was everybody's favorite memory from this last season? We got like a minute apiece, so what we got?
Whew, this last season, I think it was that Miami Heat cold game where Mo went
came
down.
back 27.
I won't say it's my favorite. I would say it's the most memorable because we went from a low of losing Mo, and like thinking, oh man, that's the end of this game, that's the end of everything, and then just this massive comeback, this 4-quarter comeback. Like I went through the whole roller coaster of emotions. I was on the verge of tears, just hugging my cousin, just jumping up and down, and pure elation. That to me was my favorite moment. What about you, Ash?
And I'm gonna go off of that a little bit right there with the Cole thing. I would say the Brooklyn Nets game. I think it was the day after Christmas. No, it was the last game of 2024.
Okay.
And we were down to the Brooklyn Nets, and Cole Anthony, had a bad game almost the whole game,
Okay.
and then he hit that game winner, man. And I was sitting next to Michael Jordan's son the whole game and celebrating with him. It was just a great feeling. And then I would say also Paolo returning with the Undertaker music. That was goated. We didn't win the game, but he hit some big shots and hit over 30 points that night too. So it was a really good time.
Yeah.
Man, my favorite had to be Paulo scoring 50.
Oh, yeah.
That had to be the one. That not
Yeah,
only
that
was
one
it
too.
the one,
The
but
hype.
I was able to get the tickets printed, and he signed it and put 50-point game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no
So,
way!
For me, that's my highlight right there.
That's like having your own Will Chamberlain 100-point thing.
This ain't trying.
And then he signed the jersey.
Nice. Yeah, that one. That game was special too because that was right before the injury, so we were all kind of like starting to realize, yo, could this really be that season?
Yeah.
We got this, and then
He's our superstar.
yeah, our superstar being who we thought he was gonna be. You know, sometimes you get the first pick and you pick Paolo Banchero.
Yeah.
But you,
Man, I would have to. I was gonna say the Paulo return game. Actually, I already said that one. But what game was that? Was it Minnesota game?
It was the Spurs.
Spurs.
Yeah.
Okay.
we lost to the Spurs.
Yeah, we did.
No
We
way.
lost to the
Crazy.
Spurs.
So maybe I'll go with another one. I went to the to the Minnesota game. I got to see Anthony Edwards and all those guys, and we actually played a decent game that game. It came down. I think it came down to the wire. Is that the game that they hit the game?
I think that was Paolo's second game back.
Okay. Yeah, I was at that game, but we were all there. It was a good family night. We had a good time. It's a nice time to play, or be there to see them play.
Yeah, that Anthony Edwards game, that one is memorable for a bad reason because Anthony Black is on so many posts, so many video highlights of AE's dunks of that season, and it's like the number one dunk that Anthony Edwards had, just all over AB because AB just had that face.
Just ducked out the way, but not really. It was all in the poster.
It's like Vooch getting dunked on back in the day.
Oh my gosh.
Or Dwight.
Oh, damn, the Kobe.
Or the Chris Paul.
Oh, man.
And that's the first quarter.
All
So
right.
we're going to wrap it up here. We're going to get into the second quarter in just a second. Here's the second quarter. Let's kick it off.
Ooh, I got a lot to say.
Here we go.
All right. So me personally loved it. Surprised that we were able to get some team to take that KCP contract because $22 million a year. That's not chump change. And for what he produced in this season, I don't know. I'm surprised that we were able to offload him. Now, granted, we did lose Cole Anthony, the heart and soul of our team, Mr. Pokemon Man himself. But we got Desmond Bain, 3-and-D, fits the culture, fits everything that we want and need. And yes, we lost 4 picks, but to me, those picks are negligible if it pays off.
Okay.
That's my take.
So you say, well, we lost pretty much. We gained back anyway. Our picks being gone. We don't know what those picks are anyway.
Exactly.
I feel you. It took me a minute because Desmond Bain is kind of like the Mo Wagner for the Grizzlies. Like, he would agitate the other players. So I was like, I don't know. But now he's on our team. So that kind of makes me feel good. We got a second agitator on our team while Mo heals up and gets everything right and comes back. What you feel, Ash?
Man, you couldn't have asked for something better to happen to the Magic. As much as I love Cole Anthony, man, that's my guy, man. Like that, I love you, Cole. I love you, Cole. I'm wearing the draft hat, bro. I love you, but hey, man, the writing was on the wall.
Oh snap! I didn't even realize that was signed. But Cole.
Yeah. It's,
Dope.
Hey, man, I love Cole, but, the writing was on the wall. There was a lot of, why did you do that? Mistakes, being streaky and all that, and he just didn't fit the direction of the team, and he has a new opportunity somewhere else. So I would say it was for the greater good of us winning a championship. And at the end of the day, I care about the name on the front of the jersey.
I'm going to call a timeout real quick. Can we just have a Cole appreciation moment? Just put it out there on the table. Cole, man, you stopped for my kids one night, like an hour and a half after the game, signed hats and jerseys and talked to him, gave him fist bumps. Cole, man, we love you, bro. Wherever you go, you still part of the Magic community, bro.
Shout to the team, man.
When you come back, bro, just show love, man.
I never got to meet Cole, but I grew up in the '90s, and actually I'm an '80s baby. But I grew up being a '90s Knicks fan. So Greg Anthony, perform, and then so when we got Cole Anthony, you always hear me out there screaming, "Son of Greg!" Because I gotta give props, man. And now we got, we'll talk about that in the fourth quarter. But we got some stuff to talk about.
How you feel about Cole?
Man, I nicknamed Cole the architect in the paint because he's just got a finesse
Facts.
in that paint.
Facts.
I wish him all the best. I was fortunate enough to go to the 50 Way Foundation from him and his boy Bryce, and let me tell you, amazing human being on and off the court. We're gonna miss him. I wish you all the best.
Miss you.
And I can't wait to see what you do, man. I really hope you show this organization what they're missing out on.
Yep. In true Cole faction, it's we miss Cole. Cole was a big integral part. Facts.
Right. Memphis got a lot of heart with Cole on their team now. So like, and the guy dunks in Tim's. Like, what more can you ask for? Like, you know how much heart and hustle.
Oh, and he had the jersey too.
And the pregame rituals where you start dancing.
Oh, the dance.
Oh yeah,
The dance.
Pregame's about to be
Who's
turned.
gonna
Post
do
game.
Who's
What
gonna
about
do the
post
dance
games?
now though? Who's gonna lead them in dance? Is
I don't know.
Suggs?
Now, did you guys see the picture of Cole dropping his pants to distract?
Oh yeah. That was I was watching
Somebody
that
shoot a
joint.
free throw. Yeah, Cole's a wild boy. He's wild. But shout out to Cole, man. We're gonna miss you, man. Hold it down in Memphis. Be safe out there. Get some good food. You know what I'm saying? Do what you gotta do in your new destination. But yeah, back to what we were talking about. We lost KCP as well, so another shout out to him. He was only here for a year. He wasn't as long of a tenured player as Cole was, but we wish him the best out there. He didn't have the greatest year last year here in Orlando.
Was it you said about him? We signed KCP and we got
Kenny.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no disrespect to Kenny, man. We love that guy. He did what he was supposed to do. He played a lot of defense. He did play a lot of defense last season, so you can always take credits for him.
Yeah. At least we got him for one part of what we expected. We got the D part. We didn't get the 3 part.
Yeah, he just didn't get used to the rims here in Orlando. That's all right though.
Yeah.
Shout out to him, man. But yo, we got Desmond Bane, 3-pointers, especially being that he's like the second or third. What happened? What happened?
I'm on my pause.
No, you can keep that in there, bro. That was just like the Shaq thing, like the Chuck. I did the exact same face, bro.
Oh man.
I was wondering if anybody called that.
I missed it. All right, whatever. But
yeah, 4 first picks, man. And it is a big haul if there were lottery picks.
Right.
I mean, like to get a little nerdy real quick is when you understand the draft and how these picks work. Your first pick is getting paid like the rookie scale, which is 4 years now, $15 million. That's not chump change. That's what J.I. is getting next year as a proven player. And then obviously that amount goes down as you go down further. Your 15 gets around $7 million, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So if you think about it that way, yes, it's a big haul if they were lottery picks. But if we go to we're already a playoff team. We only got better. Those picks are going to be devalued by the time the next team gets to use them. So in the grand scheme of things, I don't look at those picks as really like a big loss for what we got in return. We got Desmond Bane, a proven 3-point shooter, a proven defender.
Especially being that we're decently good right now. We don't know how good those picks would have been, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Like they would have been lower.
Absolutely.
Those picks wouldn't have been for starters.
Right. That's what I mean.
These are going to be third
roster
deep.
filler.
Yeah. They're going to be third
end of the first round. Yeah.
So those developments, we're not going to be able to see them anyway until a few seasons down the line.
Exactly.
So I think that trading off the 4, and they still got to swap.
Mm-hmm.
They made out good.
They still have more picks too.
And
they have the pick for this year's draft. We still have more first round picks too. And we got cash considerations, the MVP of seasons of past.
And not for nothing, we've been picking constantly for the past 7
years.
Yeah,
it's enough time with picking picks. You know what I'm saying?
We've had some homegrown talent. J.I.'s been here. Cole's here for a while. Franz, Paolo, Jalen, Caleb.
Yeah, that's Jeff
we
and
just
John's
can't
first
fumble
pick.
it at this point.
We have zero room for error right now.
So right now we're shifting from building an organization to we're gonna win.
Yeah.
And in order to win, you got to make those kind of plays where you're gonna give up. Some. Again, these are picks far on in the draft that are not a Cooper Flag. right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
So
exactly.
you're not giving up your
Cool
first
players.
round pick. You're not giving up your first 10 picks.
Yeah.
Which would have made it a big difference.
Like I said, we're losing probably like 20 to 30 in that range of draft picks, you know. So it's all negligible. I feel.
All right. So y'all's outlook on Desmond Bain this season? More of a positive.
I think change is good. Just like the new brand, the new logo. I think you know, in order for you to really immerse yourself in change, you got to stir the pot. And I don't think the Magic are done. I think there's going to be a couple more moves made. It just hit today. Duncan Robinson, he might be available, and we need another shooter.
That's more shooting.
And we definitely need another shooting.
Yeah.
I also want to see AB develop.
Yes.
AB is going to be a threat.
Yes.
You can see it in him. You can see
They
it.
sleep.
getting better.
People are forgetting we got Anthony Black, like
Yeah.
interchangeable at the point guard with Suggs. It doesn't matter.
He's a long guy.
And the other thing is, don't forget, we only had a handful of games with Suggs, Fowler, and France playing.
Six.
Yeah.
There you go. Six total games. Now we're gonna upgrade and add Desmond Bain onto that. So you got Suggs, Bain, Franz, Paulo, and Wendell Carter.
What about Mo? Has anybody seen that stat too, with all them playing together too?
Yo, our bench is gonna be wilding out. Especially the way we're building it out with Jason and all that. I mean, we'll talk about that in the fourth quarter. But
Well, we have defense is not something that we got to concern ourselves about because we're top in defense.
Yep.
It's the offense.
Yep.
We're always going to go back to the
playmaking
offense.
and shooting.
Yeah.
Playmaking, shooting, and offensive rebounds.
But real basketball heads understand that one player can make a difference.
Yeah.
So Desmond Bain, it's a ripple effect. Desmond Bain is going to spread that defense, which is going to give Paulo that space. If you look at any of the game footage from this past season, especially towards the end, you saw Paulo. The moment he got inside that 3-point arc, he was getting triple teamed. Why? Because nobody cared who he passed to, because they won't make it. So
And if you look at Bain's history, like I was looking at it the other day, his injury history, they're minimal injuries, oblique, and
that was
another
recently.
oblique.
Yeah, but
End of the quarter. Only thing I wanted to add in, we add Desmond Bain, and it seems like he's either the second or third leading scorer or 3-point shooter in the league.
In the Western Conference too.
In
He
the
did
league,
that in
period.
but he did that in the West.
Right.
And then he's coming to the East.
So he was holding it down, shooting in the West. Now he's coming over to the East. They always say the East is a little bit less less on the competition side.
Especially
than
this
the West.
season. Especially this coming up season.
It's wide open in the East for us. So hopefully we can get far in the Eastern Conference.
All right. So now we at halftime. And it's a halftime. We're going to do this little thing where we get about a little hot takes. Everybody gets about 2 minutes just to say what they want to say, get whatever they want off the chest. And then in the third quarter, we're going to sit here and, talk about what was said. And it's sponsored by Go Live Now Studios. That's where we're recording this. It's out in Longwood. Hit the website, golivenowstudios.com. Book a session. Hourly rates, super cheap. Book online. There we go. Starting off, I'll go ahead with my hot take. My hot take is now after the Desmond Bain news, everybody was really happy about the Orlando Magic. We're getting new fans. People are interested in us. Please, players, fans, stay in your lane. Know what you're talking about before you start talking out your mouth, because there are so many fans who, one, don't understand our salary situation, don't understand, what we built here. We talk about Jonathan Isaac. And, yes, you haven't seen anything from him. Yes, he's been injured. We're still dedicated to him, and he's dedicated to us. In fact, so much so that his contract is only $15 million a year for the rest of his contract. That's a steal. So we, and yes, last year we paid him $25 million, but it's a declining contract. So now it's friendly for if we need to make moves or anything like that. And people are just like, oh, well, he didn't do this, he didn't do that. Yes, I know, but look at the totality of it all. You haven't been struggling. You haven't felt what we felt for the past, decade or so. So, make sure you know what you're talking about before you talk out your mouth. That's my hot take. What about you, Ash? What's your hot take?
I would say that it's not so much as a hot take, but it's something I'm noticing. It's the talk of the town, and maybe other fans have seen it. I've seen it. But just being at the gas station, pumping the gas and wearing a Magic hat and people coming up to you, oh, you're a Magic fan? Yeah, I'm a Magic fan. And boom, you're starting a conversation with them. And just like seeing Magic gear around town or just the signs up again. We're just trending. Even the national media is starting to give us a little bit of attention now. I would just say like the recognition we're getting and just like the old Magic fans are starting to come out again, which is okay with me. You know, they don't get to be a part of the cool club, but you know, hey man, we're welcoming all the Magic fans, honestly, and it's good to be talked about in a good light, and just seeing more of that out in the public. You?
My take is, why is it that they only talk about Orlando in a negative manner? So they're talking all about the Desmond Bain trade and how Memphis is getting a great two-time champ with KCP, a good upcoming Cole Anthony. They're giving Cole Anthony some praises. And they're always saying Orlando got the short end of the stick. And it's not just one media station. I'm going across platforms from, TV media, social media, different podcasts. It's being originally from Miami and being a Heat fan, I could relate and understand. Nobody talked about the Magic. It wasn't relevant until I became a fan of Orlando. And when I became a fan, then I started understanding, well, you guys are not being talked about. The other day, it was on ESPN, where he says, let me talk about the Magic for a quick second before I go on and talk about, So that's my 2 minutes. Like, why is it that we are always in the shadows, not being talked about? We have Paolo. Paolo is showing potential of how great he's going to be. Just look at from his All-Star last season. He worked with KD. His game completely elevated off of one All-Star appearance. Mm-hmm. So, again, I wish we would talk more about the Magic and put us in the forefront. I think we deserve it.
100%.
I think my hot take kind of goes into what you were just saying. So, next season, this season coming up, Franz and Paolo, All-Stars, both of them. Without a doubt, I'm calling it right now. No injuries last season. They would have been All-Stars. They would have been All-NBA. They would have been Most Improved, possibly one of them, if not both of them. Share it, split it, whatever you do. But they would have had some kind of NBA acknowledgement. Also, I'm going to carry it over to Jalen Suggs. He's coming off an injury, but I'm going to put it out there for the hot takes. Jalen Suggs will be on the all-defensive first team next season. He was second team last season. Injury took him out for the rest of the season, but he still made it. But next season, I feel like he's going to get a new renewed energy under him. He's going to come in. Legs going to be right, hopefully, and then he'll be back on the all-defensive first team. And my last point is AB is about to have a breakout season. And Blicky about to have his breakout season. But also, the footage I've been watching for Noah Penda, he seems like our bench version of Paolo Banchero. Hear me when I say.
That's scary.
Hear me when I say. He has that go-to-the-basket non-stop ability. That's not words, but we're going to make them words. It's unstoppable when he goes to the basket. So he's a big body. I believe he's 6'8", about 260. A couple inches shorter than Paolo. A few pounds less than Paolo. They say he's about 250. Paolo's about 280, I would say. But he's a straight-to-the-basket kind of guy. He's a bully ball kind of guy who can get to the basket in any kind of way. Now we have shooters. We got Jace Richardson on the wing. We got Jet who's going to come out, who I think may have a shock the world moment. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully he comes out and does his thing next season. And we got AB, Noah, and Jet coming off. Penda's going to be the bench Paolo. And that's my take for that.
Word. So that gets our halftime. So now we're going to get ready to go into the third quarter. And we're going to be talking about the draft. The draft that just ended.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
So let's start that clock.
We got two guys. Let's go. Here we go.
So break down the draft for us.
All right, we got two guys. Jace Richardson, first round, into the first round, and then we got second round, Noah Penda. Jace Richardson, shooter, 6 foot, a little bit over 6 foot, point guard. Noah Penda, I believe he's like 6'8", forward wing kind of guy, about 250. So we got a body and we got a little guy, but he's a shooter. So
I think Jace is 6'3". Can we get a fact checked on that?
No.
Jace, I think
Originally,
he's
I think he
6'3".
was listed
Jace
at
was
6 in
listed at
college.
6'3", but when they went to the
6
combine,
The
he was
combine
barely
was-
6 foot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They took his shoes off 6 feet. And
6 feet.
6 feet and a half. They gave him the half inch.
Yeah.
So.
However, his dad was a 2-time dunk champion, Jason Richardson, who
Former
also
Orlando
played
Magic
for the Orlando
player.
Magic.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I actually
Somebody
have
made a comment of all these former NBA players' children playing.
Jet,
Yep.
Cole,
Mhm.
Jace.
Yeah.
I don't know if there
You
any
don't stop
other
there.
history.
Keep going. WNBA. Paolo.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Gary.
Word.
Like all these kids,
Yeah.
their moms
Gary?
were WNBA. Yeah. Gary's
Who?
mom was a pro player. Well, former Orlando Magic guard Gary Harris.
Hey,
we don't talk about him.
Paulo's mom was
Tentatively.
fierce.
Yo, Rhonda was nice.
Rhonda?
Rhonda was nice, but that
She's coaching them.
I feel like that's the thing. Like they should do a documentary on like all the players that are in the league now, like Jaden Ivey and Paolo and JaVale McGee and all those guys whose moms were in the WNBA back in the day. Like, I don't know. I feel like that would be a good watch.
Well, Paulo gives a lot of tribute to his mom.
Yup.
Hell yeah, for
Inspiration,
sure. Washington.
Hands down. Like he says, his mom is the pinnacle of his growth.
Yeah.
Like she's in the gym with him all the time. She's telling him, and she's the first one to tell him,
Yup.
"What are you doing?"
Right.
That's the one that's making him wake up early and
Yeah.
everything.
Well,
in
that's
high
what you
school.
need. I mean, who else is gonna say that to you? Your mama said it to you. You can't say anything back.
Exactly.
Anybody else you could check.
Right.
Your mom said that you can't check her.
You can try.
And she
say
knows what she's
something
talking about, which is, you got parents that'll
Exactly.
tell their kids of, "Oh, you should shoot better. You should." No, this is a person,
No.
a woman that played in the league
Right.
and knows what she's doing. She knows fundamentals. But off topic, let's get back into topic.
Oh yeah, for sure. So Jace Richardson, second generation, like we said, Orlando Magic father, Jason Richardson, 2-time dunk champion.
Great guy.
Great guy. But now we have the second generation. How y'all feel like Jace is gonna pan out for us in the guard position?
I think it's I think with this one we, no disrespect to Cole, but I think we upgraded. In college, he has a great assist to turnover ratio, so he doesn't lose the ball. That was one of my biggest frustrations with Cole this season. Is he would just haphazardly go into the lane and then lose the ball off his foot, almost like at least every other game. That was a guaranteed turnover.
Just what are you doing? Plays like what are you doing?
Exactly. That, the early heat checks, a couple things. So I think Jace is going to keep us a little more tempered, keep the flow a little better. He'll, he hits a three-pointer a little better. He has better ball control, and, he'll develop that court awareness. But one thing is Tom Izzo, the coach of Michigan State, he doesn't like playing rookies. He played Jace. He doesn't like playing freshmen. Played him. And then not only that is Weltman showed the text message that Izzo sent him, was like, this kid is a great player. He also has a great character. So he also fits our Magic culture, which seems to be, in some cases, Weltman tends to put more emphasis on character than skill. So and we've eaten it on some of those things, but it is important to get the culture. But now everybody comes in, knows what Magic culture is about, and I think he's just gonna be a good fit.
Yeah, we definitely built the culture finally after putting all those pieces together, so they have something that they're adding into instead of coming in trying to figure out what are we doing.
Mhm.
Now we're doing what we're doing, so they can add into what we already got going on. How do y'all feel about Noah Penda?
Oh, he's gonna be a monster.
I'm gonna be the first here to say I didn't know nothing about this dude. I did not keep up with the second round of the draft. I'm happy to hear that we have a bigger dude though, and from what I've heard from everybody else saying, that he's got what he takes. I guess earlier you were saying kind of like a Paolo on the bench.
Right.
We're gonna
Now,
take that with a grain of salt.
We're gonna
Please
taper that off.
do
He's
not.
not Paolo. He's not
take-
Paolo. Let's get that clear.
Don't think the second Paolo.
Please keep subscribed.
Right,
That
Stay on the
is-
channel. It just started, guys. But like, Yeah, no,
Word.
he's like
he's
a
no
physical
Daniel
guy.
Orton either. So for my OGs out there, he's not Daniel Orton.
Oh man.
But yeah, Noah Penda, we're happy to have you.
Yeah.
I don't
I'm
know
gonna call
too
you
much, but
Penda and Cero Miedo. So I'm trying to get this
That one.
Orlando
That
Magic.
one.
So that's an old wrestling thing. You know, I'm trying to tie magic and wrestling together. So for all my heads who watch WWE,
Yes, sir.
you know, Penta el Cero Miedo is Penda el Cero Miedo. That means fearless.
Hey.
And this guy bullies in the paint. So
Yep.
I'm excited to see that.
And that's where I think that's where his game is comparable to Paulo. Like he plays a lot of bully ball. He's about 6'8", like I said, 250. He was moving guys out of the way just to get his little floater in the middle of the lane. So
And he shoots.
And he shoots.
Not a great shooter.
He
but
needs to work on
he
it.
needs to
But
work on it.
he takes the shots.
Mhm.
So that's
Yeah.
the first step. Like you got guys. I'm not gonna name any of y'all, but we got guys on the team that pump fake and they'll never shoot. So and y'all know what I'm talking about. But like,
See, Wellman did an OG pick finally. You know, everybody's like, "What? He picked a small guy," but then he went back and picked a tall boy who's not the best shooter. So
Right.
but has lockdown defense. So we got something different with Jace. We got some familiar with Benda. And the other thing that I don't know if everybody knows is Weltman was looking at Jace for the 16th pick. And he was looking at Penda for the 25th pick. So we got what we wanted.
Yeah.
So everybody's like, oh, but that trade to that 16th pick that we gave to Memphis, we ended up getting the player we wanted at that position anyway. So,
We didn't lose.
we didn't really lose anything this year.
yeah.
got a full glass.
There you go.
Everyone wanted Walter Clayton Jr. or whatever it was.
Yeah.
He was off the board, but we still ended up with what we wanted. So
I wish we would have gotten him though.
you wish
Yeah.
that would have been a good.
But you're from Miami. He wanted to be in Miami.
He did.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised Miami didn't make any moves to try to acquire him because he was gone.
He really wanted to be
Yeah.
in Miami.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I mean, that kid is shooting 65%.
I hope it
Again,
translates to the
college is-
NBA. All props to him. No disrespect. I hope it translates because you see a lot of situations where you have a college baller, guy goes nuts, top prospect, comes to NBA, and just it doesn't translate. It doesn't
Right.
bigger bodies, faster game, and they just can't keep up. They can't transition into that role.
Well,
So
first they
that's
got the
why-
limelight, limelight of walking into the arena and hearing that crowd. Universities,
it's not college, yeah.
College ball is not the same. Yes, it gets rowdy.
Right.
Unlike football, you go to a football game in college and it's rowdier at times in the NFL.
NFL,
yeah.
Right. So basketball is different. So
Right.
they come in. That's like when they go to the playoffs for the first time. It's a different animal.
Yeah.
It's a different speed, a different
Eyes
game.
wide open, just-
And that's why I like AB.
Mhm.
He started last season. Like they had him starting. They sent Jen over to the G League and they kept AB. And I think that helped him develop. I think that if they do the same thing with these draft picks and they play them and they give them minutes and not rush them over to the G League, nothing away from the G League. I think we have a great G League team, but it's not the same game. The G League plays at a completely different pace than the NBA does.
and it's the same thing like college.
extended, kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like that. It's travel alone. 82 games in a season. Back to backs. One day in between, and you're flying everywhere, all over the
You're
nation.
not playing every game either.
And so, yeah, exactly. So there's a lot to adjust to, And then with Jet, the reason why he went G League is first and foremost, if you ain't playing defense, you ain't playing. Period. So
Especially most of these teams.
Yeah,
that's a
especially
most
this
team, yeah.
Yeah, so just wrapping up, I know we had some hot takes we wanted to get to. I know Ash, you wanted to talk about the fans and how their fandom is improving in the city. So what have you seen just around the city?
just
with
like,
everybody
here.
passion?
Out and about on the wild, Magic fans in the wild. That's something you don't see much, At least it used to be that way. Back when we had Dwight, when I was a young kid,
Little night.
yeah, you could see them everywhere. I mean,
Flags flying.
yeah, signs in the yard,
Yep.
newspapers, anything. It's just billboards. Billboards were a big thing then too. But just running into people. Oh, you're a Magic fan. Oh, how about that trade? How about Paolo? How about Franz? So it's been really cool to have people come up to me and see that.
So now speaking on the disrespect of the media, the one thing I'm getting used to seeing positive comments about the Magic. Seeing people that would normally criticize the Magic. Colin Cowherd has
Yeah.
the Magic in his bubble of five top 5 contenders. Like
Crazy.
it's just crazy to hear these people who never gave the time of day to the
MGM.
Magic actually give them some shine. You know, it's nuts. So I just hope we play up to those expectations.
Yeah.
Oh, man, the clock.
And that is the third quarter, ladies and gentlemen. We are about to kick off the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter topic is going to be free agency expectations and hopes that we have for the team. So we'll get the clock started. Third, fourth quarter, kick off.
All right. Final quarter, final stretch.
All right, let's get it.
All right.
Free agency. We got the free agency around the league. It's a bunch of stuff going on. But as far as the Magic is going, we were talking about this earlier. I don't think they're done making moves yet.
No.
I feel like the Desmond Bain thing was a kick in the right direction as far as replacing things on the team that we needed as far as the team goes. We got shooting. We didn't lack on any defense. He plays great defense. He's like the top 2 or 3%. I can't remember the numbers. It was the second or the third leading scorer, leading three-pointer percentage in the league. So can't go wrong there if it's only Steph Curry and another guy shooting better than you in the league. So,
Plus, for most things, we only have a limited amount of money to spend anyway. We have one roster. Actually, this is being recorded on Sunday, and we just had news about an hour ago that Mo and Caleb Houston's contracts, their options were declined. So, I think but we have bird rights on them still, so we can still re-sign them if we want to. So we're going to look at, with that, we're under the apron. So once you start talking about collective bargaining agreement, these aprons are, you have your salary, then you go into luxury tax. But now, some teams, the bigger markets, your Lakers, your Clippers, they would easily go over that, go into luxury, take the hit because they can afford to take the hit and, get these superstar rosters. Well, now the collective bargaining agreement is making it parity. Hence why you see OKC and Indiana in the finals. We're going to see a lot more of that, a lot more NFL-ish things because we have hard caps and penalizations, not only monetarily, but with what you can do with your mid-level exceptions, what you can do with who you can trade, if you can trade picks or, how salary matches. All that's being highly regulated now, and so it's going to make it a little more difficult. So now we got about $7 million to stay under the apron. So we'll see what we do. Now we got 3 spots and see what we got to do about them.
Yeah, I think we should strike for active big. Even though we just got Noah Penda, I think we need a more NBA qualified, NBA built active big. Kind of like a Derek Lively or like a Daniel Gafford or somebody. Who was that?
Porzingis.
Porzingis.
Nope.
No Porzingis?
No stinkus pingus, bro. No stinkus pingus for me.
Who would you rather keep?
I just being the Magic and deal with injury-prone players, and over the past how many years? I mean, the Magic have been the team with the most injured players and most missed games due to injured players.
I have a screenshot of my phone. We had 8 players available for one game last season.
That's what I'm saying. So you just want another guy, and people say get rid of J.I., but you're just swapping another injured player for another injured player. Yeah, he's got the offense and all that, but
plus he's double the money.
Yeah,
you could get because he plays the same position as Paolo and Franz.
Yeah, but I think we established that throughout the season, Porzingis shot more, scored more.
But he also had a great supporting cast too. You know what I'm saying?
He was also a starter, and we're comparing a starter to a bench player.
Yeah, and I mean, J.I. can play the center. I guess Porzingis.
What else does Porzingis play?
They play power forward, don't he?
No, he's center C, center with a big C. Celtics.
He's a capital.
He's hard.
Wow.
What would be a dream pickup that you would like, or let's see, a realistic pickup during this free agency?
That's a good one. I got one for you.
Oh, I say Trae Young.
Okay.
All right. We had to give up a lot, but
Okay. A lot of
okay.
defense.
Again,
Talk about
I think-
penalties over here.
I think because this organization lacks an offensive, proven offensive track, you would bring somebody. He's not doing much. He's carrying Atlanta right now. He's carrying the Hawks.
Mm-hmm.
And at some point, he's going to want to do something. And Orlando's that team. Orlando's that team where Paolo, they're seeing what Paolo's becoming. They're seeing what Franz is. So now we start becoming a little bit more appealing to players. Across the league, nobody wants to come to Orlando because we're Disney and Universal. It's a family environment, right? So that's a stigma that we have. So if we grab somebody that nobody would think would come to the city, like a Derek White or Malik Monk or, one of these players, even we're talking about Duncan Robinson, a guaranteed shooter because these guys know how to shoot. Duncan Robinson was a top 3-point shooter in the league.
That makes more sense than Trae Young.
I'm with you, yeah, exactly.
And the thing is, for trading for another player like that has to make the other team better.
Yeah.
So, like, if Atlanta's going to give up their franchise player to the Magic, you got to think about what it's going to cost. If it was a lot of picks for Desmond Bane, and everybody said that was a lot, I don't even want to know what it is.
Even still, I don't think Trae Young is the right fit just because he needs the ball. We need someone
like
who would just
type.
Distribute. When Dennis Schroeder was getting traded, I'm like, why aren't we making any moves? Because they were giving, he was getting pennies. They were getting like peanuts for Dennis Schroeder. I was like, he'd be great.
But he can distribute.
He might not be a good locker room guy.
He can distribute for the first 3
I
quarters.
don't know. He plays with Mo. He plays with the Wagner brothers in Germany.
But the rest of the team, you got to think about that.
He's a team first guy though. Yeah. He's like, I'm a ride for who's on my team.
I agree.
Remember him in the hallway.
It's just he gets passed around from team to team, so you got to think about that as well.
I think it's just
he can't stay on a team.
Was friendly enough to be a throw-in.
Yeah.
But
what about you? What's your dream?
I think like a Dennis Schroeder type. I'm not sure off the top of my head any other player like that, but a player that is like a Dennis Schroeder who can distribute for the first 3 quarters and still get you 18 in the fourth.
Word.
Hit his threes when he needs to hit his threes. Play active defense. Kind of like a Markel, who's kind of like an irky-jerky kind of player who plays all over the place, got a little bit of length to him. Dennis Schroeder, I say, because he's a champion overseas, a FIBA champion. I believe he has an NBA championship too, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know. He's been around so many times. He's been on some team. He must have.
So,
wait, no.
Take that back.
No, he didn't get on the Lakers.
I was about to say, I thought he got on the Lakers.
No, that was Rondo.
They let him go and brought Avery Bradley and all that.
Yeah.
So that was that. Okay. But yeah, so no championship for Schroeder. But come here, that might be the ingredient we need for our first championship in Orlando. I'm just saying. But as far as that goes, like I think that Dennis Schroeder or a long guard like that who plays great defense, who can shoot, get their own shots, but also facilitate for at least 2/3 or 3/4 of the game should be okay. But yeah, that's what I would believe. We need a guard. We need an active big. So.
Yeah, the big thing is where the bigs is where I'm kind of, this is where loyalty conflicts with business. And as much as I love Wendell Carter, I just feel like that is the odd man out right now in that starting 5. Yeah. Yes, he can shoot. Yes, he can stretch floor. Yes, he has defense. But there's just something missing. He's not playing at the caliber of the rest of the team. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, I don't think he's a slow guy, but I don't think his pace is the pace that matches the Magic.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like, he keeps up with the team, but like,
I mean, you grab the ball, he has to bring it back down and put it back up. He can't just tip it in, put back. His putback game was so frustrating to me.
It was a lot. It was a lot to deal with last year. Plus, like I said, those guys like Lively and Gafford, they're up on their toes. They're moving. They're quick. He's more of a based kind of big.
Heavy-footed.
Heavy, old school drop step, even though he's not drop stepping, but like old school back to the basket kind of move you out the way and then go up for the power move kind of thing. Like, so we need an active, on their feet. Yeah, bouncing around kind of.
Plus, he's very emotional, and I don't know. The rumors were. I think he was dating Angel Reese, and all I gotta say is when her IG went silent, she went radio silent. His game went. And it stayed that way until her IG came back up. And also like. So I can't have a player who's making who can't separate the court from off the court.
You get that, Jalen? Be careful, bro. Be careful. I know, but be careful. We ain't sending you to Chicago, bro. It's none of that going on right now. But anybody else got anything before we wrap up and get out of here?
No, man. I think that's it. How'd everybody like it? You know, episode 2 drop, a little bit more of the format that we're gonna have going forward. So if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, put them down there. Share it if you like it. Like I said, we are huge Magic fans.
The biggest.
Yes, and what we get from a lot of people we run into is y'all love us. We love you guys back, and so we're doing this out of love.
Yeah,
So
man. We're not affiliated with the team at all yet. We don't have any connections to anybody. We know a few people in the arena, but we're not business, with them right now. Make sure y'all follow us at Another Magic Minute on Instagram, and that's our time for the fourth quarter. But make sure y'all follow us at Another Magic Minute on Instagram. Your page.
Oh, El Mágico Orlando, all one word.
At Mr. Magic Minute.
Ash got the magic.
Your boy got him Grails on all social media platforms.
And like we said, it's been another
Magic Minute
podcast.
Boom, 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 boom.